And I am live. Hi, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are tuning in. My name is Yana. I live in Canada, and I'm streaming live from my business page. Today is my 18th, day 18 of Go Live Challenge. And today I want to talk to you about from employee mindset to entrepreneur mindset. What are the difference? So for most of our lives, we're trained to think like employees. We're taught to follow instructions, clock in, clock out, wait for 5 o'clock, you know, and get through the day, and then try not to think about the work anymore till next day. And there's nothing wrong with it. That mindset kept many of us safe for years. But when you decide to build your own business, when you decide to build something for yourself, everything changes, and if you want to be your own boss, everything changes. So the first big shift is thinking long term. As an employee, the focus is short term. The focus is where I finish. Did I finish my task? When do I finish? Is it 5 o'clock yet? Did I get paid this week or this month? Or how much did I get paid? Da da da. And as an entrepreneur, you start asking different questions. What am I building? Where will this be in 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, or maybe 10 years from now? You stop chasing paychecks and start building something that grows over time. The second shift is ownership and accountability. Once you choose to have your own business, you are accountable for every single day, every action, every decision, every result. No one is telling you what to do. Nobody's hovering over you to see if you're working or not. Or, um, you know, no one is responsible for your success. Nobody's checking if you're showing up. Nobody's responsible except for you. And in order to run your business smoothly and be successful, you have to grow. You have to learn new skills. You have to stretch mentally. You have to learn new things, not just about your business, about yourself, about your personality, your identity. And that's the entrepreneurship mindset. So, as an employee or a consumer, growth is optional. You follow instructions, do whatever you have to do, it's expected from you during the day, and that's it. And that's it. And you just wait for the day to be over and then start all over again. That mindset keeps you stuck, and it keeps you exactly where you are. There is no growth in that mindset, that personal growth. It's not there. No financial growth, no meaningful improvement, because every day looks the same, right? You spend your days passing time, waiting for 5 o'clock, waiting for the weekend, waiting for the next vacation. That is usually, it's like a year apart. Some of us, we only had like 2 to 3 weeks in a year, to take our vacations. Just so you can forget about work for a little while, you know? There's no passion, no fulfillment, no real motivation. And every 2 weeks, you receive that little piece of paper we call paycheck that tells you how much you're worth. That's not exactly your worth, but that's what the system teaches us to believe. But when you start something for yourself, something shifts. You realize your worth is not fixed. Your worth becomes directly related, connected to your effort, to your consistency, to your passion, to your growth, to the love that you put in your work every single day. That's the biggest mindset shift of all. From surviving the day to building a life, thrive in life, right? It's a huge difference from school, even when we're kids. Um, Everything that school teaches us is follow instructions. They're trying to build employees, not entrepreneurs. But it's up to us to have that with our kids and have that talk with our kids that you can be creative. You can have something on your own. You can be the boss. You don't have to be the employee all the time. Like that's the mindset that the school system, you know, planting on our kids' heads to be an employee, to follow instructions, to be a good employee later on, right? But creativity is very important. And the fact that I want my kid to know that he has other options. He doesn't have to just work for somebody else. He can build something for himself and he can take responsibility and be accountable for every single day of his life. And he can have control on his financial, he has his control on his life and time and everything, instead of just following instructions, working for somebody else's dream, and just building somebody else's dream and just wait for the 5 o'clock to clock out or wait for the weekend. Everybody's, most people, most of us, sadly, we're living for the weekend. And before you know it, the weekend is gone and that's it. You go back to Monday, go back to working for somebody else. And that's it. Your time is not yours. Your financial, you have no control over it. You can get laid off any day. These days, AI is taking over. So, but being an entrepreneur, you have control over your life, over your financial, over everything. So, something to think about. Let's change our mindsets and we can change our lives. Have a good day, guys. Talk to you guys tomorrow.